In the previous video, we seen how we can launch Wireshark, and we said that we can actually just open a file that contains packets that we already captured, and we can start analyzing them using Wireshark. In this video, I want to start sniffing packets and then generate some traffic in my Windows machine, and then we'll see how we can analyze these packets using Wireshark. So I'm already the man in the middle. As I said, you first have to be the man in the middle to use Wireshark. And then the traffic that's generated in the Windows machine is actually flowing through ETH0, as we've seen in the previous video. So before I start capturing the packets, I want to go to the options, and I just want to show you what options we can set. So first, you can see all the interfaces that you have, and you can see the traffic generated on them. And you can see ETH0 is actually generating some traffic every now and then because it's actually coming from the Windows machine. So in here, you can select the interfaces that you want to start capturing on, and you can actually select more than one interface, and all you have to do is just hold the control and then click other interfaces that you want to listen on. For example, we can just click them like this. But for now, I actually only want to sniff on ETH0. Now, if we go on the output, you'll see that you have an option to store these packets somewhere. So again, if you only want to sniff and you don't want to analyze things, then you can just go on the browse and you can store the packets that you're gonna sniff somewhere, and then you can analyze them whenever you have the time at a different time. You can just open them with Wireshark like I showed you in the previous video. You can just go on File, Open, and then open the packets and start analyzing them. Now, I have ETH0 selected, and I'm just gonna click on Start. And that will start capturing packets. Anything that's going to flow through ETH0 will be captured, and it will be displayed in here. Anything. I mean, images, pictures, messages, cookies, anything that computer does on the internet will flow through ETH0 and therefore will be captured by Wireshark. So it's not like Man in the Middle Life where it was only showing us the important information. Right here, you'll see anything, all the traffic that's generated. Now, I want to go and generate some traffic on the target computer so we can analyze it here. But before I do that, I'm going to go back to BetterCap, and I want to start my HSTS caplet so I can downgrade HTTPS to HTTP, because if everything goes over HTTP, we won't be able to see or read anything because, like I said, everything will be encrypted. So I'm going to hit enter. This will work as expected. We'll go back to Wireshark and let's go to the target computer. I'm going to go to google.ie and let's search for something. So for example, let's search for Z-Security. And keep in mind, everything is loading over HTTP in here. So that's why we'll be able to read and analyze everything that we're loading right here. Now, let's go back to Wireshark and see how we can filter this information and discover the websites visit by the target, see the requests and all that. So I'm going to click on the stop button to stop this. Now this is the main interface of Wireshark, and you can see that the first thing we have is each one record of this is a packet. Now you'll see here the columns. First of all, here is the number of the packet. So you have this one is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. In the time, you'll see the time when this packet was captured. So 0 is when we first started sniffing, and then the time increases as we go down, and it shows when these packets were captured, when they were sent basically. You can also see the source. So this is the device that the packet was sent from. And you can see that this one is not sent from our target. It's actually coming from the internet, from a server that has this IP, and it's going to our target computer, which is 10.20.14.206. You can see the protocol. So it's TCP for this one. You can see that it's ICMP in this one, and you can see that it's ARP for this. You can see the length, which is the size, and you can also see info about this packet. Now you can also notice that these packets have different colors. Usually green is TCP packets, dark blue is DNS packets, and if we go down, we should actually be able to find some of them. And you can see all of these are DNS packets. Light blue usually is UDP, but we don't have any UDP packets at the moment. And you can also see that we have some black packets, and these are TCP packets that had a problem, that had issues. Now I know what you're thinking. There are so many packets in here, and a lot of them might not be useful to you, depending on what you're trying to get. But don't worry about this. In the next lecture, I'm going to show you how to filter these packets to only display the relevant ones and then analyze them to extract the useful information.